Looking dead in heaven, hazard unseen, watching out for a fellow man, being as careful as I possibly can, planning my work again, working my plan, 'cause everybody crazy about a safety man.
Hey, what's up everybody? I'm back again. I'm still over at Top Core Belco, and I'm here with Eric Bertolot, who's with Top Core Belco, and just so happens I'm with a superstar talk show host here. I happened to be listening to WJBO radio in Baton Rouge a couple of Saturdays ago, and I heard this show talking about safety. It's called SafeNation. And I said, man, I can't believe they're talking about safety in these plants and refineries on the radio in the middle of a Saturday afternoon in Baton Rouge. That's awesome. So, Eric, what's up with talking about safety on a mainstream radio station?
I get asked that a lot. It's just part of the passion of my feeling about safety. We've made it for so many years so litigious and so regulatory and so procedure-driven, and safety's a people business. And we've tried to make it something else. We've tried to make it OSHA federal law. But it really comes down to care and concern for your fellow man. So you can't capture hearts and change a culture without affecting the music and the arts. That's one area we did. We wrote a song called The Respirator Rap, which you just heard, and other things which actually reach people's hearts and minds. And a lot of people don't realize the impact of music, but with the right song, I can take you back to your first love. I can make you think of a loved one that's passed away recently. There's so much power in music. So we use that inspiration. And touching hearts and minds will follow. But you've got to touch hearts. I go through so many safety meetings and safety trainings, and it's so hard to keep focused, even as good information. So you have to have a way to touch those hearts and minds, and I think that's a way we've ignored it and not really utilized in the safety field. So about 5 years ago, I struck out on a radio show. I had 2 songs and some documents I'd never done radio before. And I just had to get out of my comfort zone and do something more for my fellow man. I've been a police officer and a firefighter. My whole life's been in public service and as a safety professional. So I did something way out of my comfort zone and got behind that microphone. We've been going steady for 5 years and doing motivational talks across the country and following up with that.
So where all do you talk across the country, and who all do you talk to about safety?
Oh, I've spoken at Citgo in Corpus Christi. In fact, I think the CSB is going down there. We did a turnaround talk for thousands of people down there for their turnaround group. I was privileged to address 600 Navy pilots at the Naval Base in Corpus Christi, for ExxonMobil, for BJ Services in Houston, and around whoever wants me and needs me, from thousands of people to group down to a group of 30 or 40 in a room. Next August I'll be in Houston and Beaumont addressing their contractor workforce. Just sharing my heart, and I don't go over the nuts and bolts of statistics about safety. We talk about hearts and minds and passion. Basically communication and values, how we value and communicate our safety values.
Well, you've had a lot of experience in the safety process and working in safety and, with people over the years. What have you found, or what do you think is sometimes, what does it take to really get through to people and reach people and trying to, make a difference in their safety performance?
One of the first things is the old saying, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. You got to show them you care, and if you don't care for people, if you don't have a heart for people, maybe safety is not the right profession for you. Maybe you need to go back to engineering or something else. You've got to really have a burning heart and desire for people themselves. And once you do that, I think if we focus on life and love and faith and the things that make up life and people, the incident rate is going to take care of itself. That's going to follow. But if we focus on the people and their problems and concerns and their attitudes and how they feel about safety, everything else is going to follow. So just show them you care.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a tough place to be. Sometimes it makes hard decisions even harder.
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen where, an unfortunate event or, a tragic event or something that, a wake-up call, you might say, was what it took to really get people's attention and to get them to really come around and get it and understand
Life-changing events.
Life-changing events.
And those come in different forms. We just had one at Belco. Thankfully, you took the time and cared about us and the Belco group, and I equate that instance to a football coach calling you in saying, or a sports coach saying, you didn't make the grade this time. I'm going to sit you out for a series of games, a season, or whatever. And it can be for two reasons. Either your personal performance isn't up to par, or it's up to par, but you're not playing with the team. So either one, you've got to sit out. And you do sit out, and you think and reflect, and you train hard. And when you come back, you're actually better than had you been playing the whole time. So we thank you for that, helping us help you, helping us help ourselves.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, you know, is for us to win in everything we do. Of course, safety number one, but everything else we do as well, and we all, you know, can get better for that. So
in the absence of those type of wake-up calls, you have the deaths, on-the-job deaths, or serious accidents that change you forever, which I was involved with. One of my employees, I was with an employee for 18 years, and he died on the job in my hands. And I couldn't stay there.
Yeah.
So, life-changing event, changed my whole perspective, and there was no blatant safety violation, but there's more than, after the report's written and the last paper's filed away, the effects that a serious accident can have on the individual lives is devastating.
yeah, absolutely it is. So, Eric, really do appreciate you sharing with us a little bit about SafeNation, and I encourage everybody, you know, if you can get WJBO 1150.
Or WJBO.com.
Or
There's listeners all over the world.
Yeah, oh, you do? Okay, so you stream it.
It's streamed live.
Okay.
You can't go on my website and pull past shows, but you can hear it live on WJBO.com anytime.
Yeah, and that's at 1 o'clock or 12 to 1?
Noon to 1 Central
Noon to
Time.
1, right in the middle of Saturday afternoon, so as long as LSU's not playing.
Right, I don't compete with them. I'm usually at the game myself.
Yeah, so I encourage you to, you know, take a listen to that program. I listened to it a couple of times, and it was really good. I really liked what I heard and picked up a few tips out of it. And what's your website?
SafeNation.org.
Yeah,
And
so
you can hear some of the songs we do. You can hear some of the reference letters I have for people I've spoken to, I've spoken with, and address their groups.
yeah. So, you know, check out WJBO either live or go to that SafeNation.org and check it out. Might be some good stuff for you to take advantage of. So, with that, Eric, we're going to head back to the plant now and get back.
Thank you, Brad.
Go back to work. So, thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Wake up in the morning and you open up your eyes. Start out another day to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. You have to protect what's behind your eyelashes. So go get yourself some safety glasses.